What's up, guys? This is Tyssassin, and welcome back to another episode. Last time, we killed the Wither and the Ender Dragon, and died and lost stuff, and I think I was a little salty. But that's okay, because today, we're doing something that I've been wanting to do ever since the start of the series, which is go end city raiding over there, and that thing. We're also going to talk about spawn and potentially a little bit about base plans as well. We'll see how far we get. So, yeah, we're going to head out there. I'll probably raid one city with you and then do a whole bunch by myself because I'd like to get quite a few shulker shells. I want shulker boxes galore. But yeah, once we're done with that, we'll go to spawn and we'll talk a little bit about the spawn. I'm going to explain to you how to find the spawn point. And yeah, we're going to talk about what's going to happen at spawn, which I'm pretty excited about. It's sort of the basis for the whole world that I'm going to be working on for you. So in between episodes, we've done a couple of things. We headed to the zombie grinder, and we did a whole bunch of enchanting. I've been looking to get a looting 3 sword that doesn't have fire aspect on it, which was very difficult. I ended up doing a lot of enchanting. Ultimately, I did, of course, put together this sword. We picked up the dragon egg, which I've stored safely inside of our ender chest. And I tossed up a beacon after I crafted it, finally. I forgot to do that last episode, but I did craft that and threw up this big beacon, and then we took down the whole pillar over here and started working on another one. So working on taking these down, mostly just because I want a lot of obsidian. So I've got quite a bit sitting around. Yeah, just a little bit. And I think outside of that, we're probably ready to go. So let's go ahead and head straight in to our portal here. I haven't gone through yet. I wanted to do that, of course, with you, but I did make myself a handy staircase. At some point, we'll probably, once we have all the gates, we'll probably decorate this place a little bit. But ooh, that is an inconvenient place for that to send us. Okay. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. I'm just going to build a quick staircase to this so that if I want to use it, I can get back and use it. Just taking a look around here, I don't see anything too close. So I think what we'll need to do is pick a direction here, and I think the safest direction is probably over here. So let's see if we can do this without falling in the void. I always aim farther first just to make sure that I don't die. There we go. And what we'll do real quick, just in case we need to come back this route, is I'm just going to build a little tower so I have something to aim at. Maybe this is a little further away than I thought it was. I bet we can get over here, though. Let's see. Am I going to die? Maybe. Nope. Not today. There we go. And again, I'm just going to build a little pillar here. And this is just, like I said, for safety in case I need to launch myself back this direction. I can do that really easily. And I think we should be good. Yeah, let's get looking around here. I'll probably speed up some footage so that way you don't have to watch me. Someone's angry. I don't know who it is. You all look the same. I'll probably speed up some footage here, and we'll work on finding our first end city. Well, would you look at that? Just over the horizon there. So, oh, I think I looked at you. Oh, now I have. Oh, it's all bad. Run away. We will not have a repeat of last episode. So there's our portal over there. So I'm going to work on trying to get over to this island, which it looks like I can easily do from here. That was a little bit on the far side. I didn't die, so things are good. I don't know who gave me these ender pearls. It was a terrible idea. Look at the ground. All right, let's get over here. Got our little base camp set up here, and I think we're good to go. I really felt like I would have gotten more than one. Yeah, it looks like I was unlucky there. So let's work our way through the tower here. I think this is a decent size city. Yeah, it looks like it. So I may not take you through the whole thing, but bits and pieces here, and we'll get ourselves some shulker shells started. So into the first room, up this chaos right here. If you don't know this trick here, this is a really good one. They just really forgot to finish designing the city, you see, when they designed them. Just forgot a few blocks. It's totally all right. I'm hearing shulkers, which is good. Right here. And we're floating. So we'll just get ourselves in there. It's convenient. And knock this guy out. Alright, we're getting a little unlucky with drops so far. We only have 3, and I think I've killed 5 shulkers already. So let's take a look at this path. No, let's take a look at this path. So this is where it's going to split off quite a bit. This is one of my favorite rooms, because sometimes there's ender chests, and I love to have extra ender chests. There's not, but there is a broken chest, so good thing we got here when we did. Okay, there's actually another one down there as well. And he has teleported. Oh, that hurts. And we're making our first shulker box. I think we're pretty much done with this particular, I'll put these in there for now. This particular one, this particular end city, I should say. Unfortunately, I've only got, what, 5 more boxes worth of shells, so I don't need these ladders anymore. I don't need any of that. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and go up top there, but I think we're definitely going to need to find another one. So, ooh, mending. Finally, I'll just take all of that for now and toss it in here, and we'll sort it out later. Of course, I forgot the most important thing here, which is the elytra. I even brought rockets in preparation for this moment. Oh, I'm excited. Let's get that over there and fall to our death. Be right back. There we go. That's proper. Oh, of course you did. Where did you go? Oh, you're on the outside. Oh, pretty elytra. How are you? It's been a long time, my friend. So good to see you. All right. Sky's the limits, my friends. We're gonna swap out for this thing straight away as soon as we get these other shulkers taken care of, which are making all sorts of noise over here. Be quiet. Give me your shulker shells. Yes. I think you're... Yep. Oh, I'm flying. Alright. Well, isn't that nice? Alright. So, not a terrible run, not the best, but I think, yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it and get out of this one. So, let's get, I've got my first shulker box here, and it's just going to be utter chaos until I have all these sorted out. So, let's go ahead and make a couple more, and we'll go like that. And get rid of all of this stuff. I do want those in the same spot. In fact, we'll just put those directly in our ender chest in a safe location. And yeah, let's go ahead and get our elytra on. And we'll grab some rockets. And I think we'll get the heck out of here. Wait. How could I? I hope that you're yelling at me. Cannot believe that I almost forgot the dragon head. And there we go. And off we go. So I think it's time for a quick flight here. I don't recall exactly which direction we went or came from. I think it was over here. But I'm going to go ahead and take a quick flight, and we'll come back when we find another end city. Alright, well, we don't have a ton, but we have, what, half a stack, plus a few shulker boxes that I've already made, so I'm going to call it for now. I've got a little bit less time tonight, so I wanted to get out to spawn and set up some plans there and talk a little bit about what we're doing. So I'll do some more end city raiding on my own, but yeah, let's get back to the portal and over to the spawn. So I mentioned before that I would show you how to find the spawn point. So at spawn, there's a big area, 20 by 20 blocks that you could spawn in. If you die or say you don't have a bed and what have you, you'll spawn at spawn, but it won't be at the spawn point, which is a specific block, the actual spawn point. So in order to find that, one of the easiest ways to do it is just using the end portal. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop through, and we should end up, yep, right here in the stronghold where my bed is. So can't sleep right now, so let's take this with me. And now I've broken my bed, so I should spawn at spawn. So I need to sort out this bridge at some point, because this is not the quality that I expect from myself. But here, in the end, we can actually drop some items into the end portal, the exit portal here, and it will land at the spawn point. So what we can do here, I've got a bunch of items that won't stack, so we'll just kind of go through and throw them in at random angles here, toss them on in, and there we go. Bunch of items from a bunch of different angles, and none of these will, of course, stack with each other. And then all we do now is we'll go ahead and go through ourselves and see what we find. So you'll notice I got your bed is missing or obstructed, and right over here, you'll notice that all of our items landed on this block right here. I've already marked it with a torch because I found it earlier. And this is the actual spawn point. So I spawned over there at 250 by 265, which is right about here, I think. Somewhere in this area. So I actually spawned in the water here, and the actual spawn point's several blocks over this way. So that's important to us because we're going to build some farms around spawn. So we want to find the spawn point, and we want to find what chunk that's in, which is actually interesting. It's right at the edge of a chunk. So the spawn chunk here is important to us because this is going to be the center of all the activity that we're going to have in the spawn chunks. So this particular chunk is at the center, and there's basically 5 or 6, I think it's 11 by 11. So 5 chunks that way, 5 chunks that way, 5 chunks this way, and 5 chunks that way. I'm not going to swing at the dog because he might attack me. So that's important to us because there are certain farms that we're going to center around this particular chunk. I brought this up, by the way, with F3 and G. Shows your chunk borders. So this is one chunk, and then, like I said, 5 chunks in all directions are the spawn chunks. And what's important about that is that certain activities, certain things happen at all times, no matter what. They'll still run in these chunks because they're always loaded. So there's one big farm that we're of course going to have here in the spawn chunks, and then there's a number of other small things that we may do over time. But the first thing that I'd like to do is I'd like to get this particular chunk cleared out, and in fact I'll probably clear out a few chunks around it too, so that way we've got some kind of flattened out area to work with, and then we can go back and terraform it in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. I'm just going to flatten out some land here, and then I'll bring you back in just a little bit. And we're back, and I've cleared out a lot of space here, actually just a few chunks, so we'll probably need to do some real terraforming. Actually, this is obviously not what this is going to look like in the end, but I wanted to get a few chunks cleared because I plan to kind of start the building process here soon, here in spawn. So again, our spawn chunk is just over here to the right. The spawn point is underneath this polished granite right now. So what I've done is I've cleared out this chunk and one chunk around it in a circle here. So you can kind of see the grid there, and pretty obvious by the very sharp cliffs. Did acquire a bunch of blocks, actually. Potentially not enough for some future projects here, but a bunch of stone. I've pretty much annihilated a silk touch pickaxe. I did get some grass, which is going to be useful in the future, and some dirt and some various other junk. I wanted to show you here in spawn kind of what the next step is, and I will say I've had a bit of trouble recording this because I'm incapable of counting, so bear with me. I've laid out the basics here, so that way there's no chance of me messing up. All I have to do is connect the dots. So what we're going to do is in the center here, there's going to be a big area, a spawn area, and of course there's going to be a portal. What we'll do really quickly is we'll light this together, and I haven't generated it in the nether yet, but it will look a little like that. So nice big nether portal here in the center, and I think what we're going to do is we're going to have I believe I have an image on my other screen here of what I want to do. I think it's about 36 diameter circle around this, and I think we'll do a tower. I'm not 100% sure on that, but an area around this in a circle will be kind of the basic spawn area, and of course there's going to be some farms out in the spawn chunks, like I was explaining a little bit ago. And those farms are going to feed their items into a storage area that's actually going to be right down here in the middle. So I think what we'll do is we'll have a drop down to a storage area here at the bottom, and then potentially like an ender pearl elevator or something like that here at the top to get back out. So that's kind of the idea. I'll need to do some terraforming to these hills, and of course this river will probably need to go away, unfortunately. I hate to do that because we spawned right here inside of it. Actually, it's probably closer to right here, but do want to kind of make this area look a lot nicer. So it will require a little bit of adjusting, and in the future we'll take down some of these hills and smooth them out back into the terrain. So, but for now, let's. I'm going to hook up this portal to the nether. I want to see. I think I think the portal, I would like it to face north. So I want to link up this particular portal. So hopefully we'll come back to here. 248 by 261 is where we're looking for. So let's see, are we anywhere familiar? Oh, that's a big problem. So we've linked up to the portal that's actually for our Desert Temple home. So we'll need to go find the equivalent of that somewhere and fix it. So I mentioned before that I'd like to show you a little bit more, a sneak peek, if you would, into what we're going to be doing in the series as far as the world goes. So what we'll do now, I'm going to go ahead and fly back to spawn, and while I'm doing that, on the screen here, I'm going to place an image of our world, and that image will show you the basic map of the world. So you can take a look at that, and basically the idea is that we're going to have some, farms and different locations that we'll travel to throughout the world, and you'll notice when I add this overlay on it, kind of what that's going to look like. So spawn is where that red dot is in the center, right in the center of that kind of pinwheel that you're seeing now. And basically the idea is that we'll cut out the world into separate colors. So each district going out with 16 different, of course, Minecraft colors. And some of those will be themed. Maybe the black one will have a squid farm, or the light blue one will be a swamp where we can get light blue dye, something like that. But for the most part, they probably won't be. But the center of that is this spawn area. So what we'll be doing is we'll be linking this up to an area in the Nether, and we'll have a kind of a Nether hub, if you would. And there'll be areas splitting off in all directions. And of course, we could, potentially fly to those with the wings, or we could go through the Nether and travel through there. I like to do Nether tunnels and do Nether travel. It's much faster, of course. So the center of all that's going to be spawn, where we'll store some materials, but there will be potentially some storage in the Nether, and there's going to be some storage at our base, which I think I'm going to leave some info on that till next episode. But yeah, there'll be some storage in different locations based on where the different farms are. Not everything, of course, is going to be in spawn. In fact, really in the grand scheme of things, I think very little will be in spawn. It'll just be things that we can run all the time next to the spawn chunks being loaded all the time. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. I think what I'll be doing in between episodes here is I think I'll potentially smooth out some of these hills. I'm going to figure out where my spawn tower or spawn area, alien crop circle, whatever you want to call it, wherever that's going to be. And then from there, I will probably smooth out some of these hills. And I think that's going to be kind of it for today, though. So next episode, I think we'll start building our first giant farm, which I am incredibly excited about. I cannot wait to get started. So we're going to need some resources for that. Probably going to build it out of your super basic stone bricks. I know it's sad, but hopefully you won't be able to see it when you're running around. So I'll need to collect a bunch of stone. I probably will have to do some enchanting, get some more subtext action going. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the episode, just go ahead and leave it a like. It's right down there at the bottom. I can't point to it with my sword. It's not possible. And yeah, if you're enjoying the series, subscribe. I've got a lot of plans for this series. So can't wait to show you more. And like I said, we'll see you next episode. In the meantime, this has been Tyssassin. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.
While across town in this less than fashionable cubbyhole of the San Francisco Examiner, these editors are programming today's copy of the paper into that same Ohio computer.